All right, so here we are. Tompkins Square Park, East Village, Alphabet City. It's had many names over the years. If you don't know this place, let me tell you, it's one of the last corners of New York where the ghosts still hang around and you just gotta know where to look. The history runs deep here. From the punk rock scene to homeless encampments, Debbie Harry, one of her hangouts, Iggy Pop, who lived in the neighborhood for many years. It's gone through many changes, and it's still changing. But this is one of the last spots in New York where it kinda, a little bit, remains as it was. So we're gonna talk about that. We're gonna walk around the park. I got some film I gotta drop off at Luster Photo to get developed. Yeah, I said film, real film. Anyway, the park is coming up. Let's take a walk in there. So this Horace on a Run has been here for quite a few years. There's a lot of tourists in New York this weekend. You could tell. They're kind of like, walking around aimlessly. They always get in my way. Because they're looking all around them, they're like in awe. They read about this neighborhood in a book. So that's the beginning of the park. Those are the basketball courts. It can be sketchy in there, in certain sections. But let's walk around and have a look. I haven't been down here in this part of the East Village in a few years. The city is deserted today, I'll tell you. It's mostly, the city is mostly cleared out. Everyone seemed to have gone away. Everyone left town for the weekend, except me. I never leave town. There's nowhere to go. When you live in the center of the universe, why travel anywhere else? There's all the city bikes, compliments of Citibank. These city bikes have resulted in more crime than anything. But Tompkins Square Park has an interesting history. This park has seen it all. In the 1800s, it was a parade ground, then a battleground. Immigrant protests, food riots. The 1980s, full-blown battleground again. But this time it was cops versus squatters, punks, anarchists, and the unhoused, or homeless, as I like to say. The 1988 riot, you ever hear of that? Look it up. Google the 1988 riot, Tompkins Square Park. Blood on the concrete, man. It was bad. Really bad. Alphabet City used to feel like a different planet. A place where you could disappear or find yourself. Artists came here because it was cheap, dirt cheap, but also because it was raw. The kind of raw you can't fake. Keith Haring painted in the bathrooms of this park. Keith Haring, I'm sure you know who he is. Basquiat lived a few blocks over. And the punks CBGB's was nearby, but this park was where they really lived. As I walk around the park, the stench of marijuana is in the air. Can you smell it? I have a feeling you could smell it.
Oh, you found it?
Yeah. There's something about Tompkins Square Park. It really, really eeks. It bleeds East Village. Rawness. Iggy Pop lived a few blocks from here. He did a video. I saw a video on YouTube, a documentary of him back in the day, walking around this neighborhood, going into a coffee shop. Everybody knew him. He was a local guy. Debbie Harry was also, I don't know if she lived in the neighborhood, but she was here a lot. Yeah, it's kind of cool. Shall we go in? I remember coming here in my 20s. You'd see poets with typewriters. You'd see poets sitting on a park bench with typewriters. People selling zines, crust punks with dogs. A guy painting on a trumpet. You didn't know if you were walking into a protest, a party, or a funeral. And sometimes it was all three. The dog park is to the left. There's a lot of kids in there, so I'd rather not film it. Coming up on the right are the bathrooms. These bathrooms have a lot of history. Not only Basquiat painting in them, but if these walls could talk, if these walls could talk, it's wild. I used to shoot a lot of film in this neighborhood. I remember walking around here, sitting on these benches, loading film into a camera. Hey, there's a young lady with a film camera. Looks like a Nikon FE2. This is what people do here. They shoot film because it's kind of an artsy neighborhood. Always has been. And I imagine always will be. Yes, there are rich people here now who bought these townhouses for 7 figures. But the neighborhood still remains as it was. There's the statue, the famous statue, 1891. I think I'm going to invest in a GoPro and get rid of this DJ Osmo. Optically, it's a great camera, but the gimbal, it just doesn't go where I want it to go. And that's a problem. So the park is relatively safe, but you still have to have your wits about you when you're here. Oh, I see across the street there's a Starbucks. That's a sign that the neighborhood has deteriorated. There's where I have to go. Luster Photo. That's where I get all my film developed. It's kind of worth it. There's some mail order places that I could probably do that, but gives me, getting my film developed there gives me an excuse to come down here. And I'll take it. Yeah. I really have always had a love for this place and this neighborhood. It's messy, it's loud, it's broken in all the ways that make something real. And in a city that keeps erasing itself, Tompkins still remembers. There's the old Niagara Bar. Famous New York landmark. Really well known. Every time I want to get a shot of something, there's a FedEx truck or a city bus in the way. Here's the famous Joe Strummer mural. This was painted in 1997. The future is unwritten. Joe Strummer lived in this neighborhood. This has been here forever. It's been redone a few times. Obviously, because it starts to peel and to fade. But I'm glad they kept it up. Niagara, 1997, Joe Strummer, Know Your Rights. This makes it worth coming down here, seeing this. And the old Niagara Bar. I don't think it's open yet. I don't know if you could see inside. Nah, you can't see inside.
Sun sale happening today.
So if you're ever wondering where the soul of old New York went, it's still here, sitting on a bench in Tompkins Square Park, waiting for someone to notice. This place used to be Heroin City, this neighborhood. A lot of New Yorkers came here just for that purpose, to buy drugs. Because this is where you could get them. All the way up to, I want to say up to like the late 90s. This was the place to buy drugs. Specifically heroin. Or, as it was known, smack. This was the smack capital of New York. Now it's full of girls and expensive BMWs. You didn't see her on my left. But it is a beautiful neighborhood. Living on the park is really nice too. There used to be a great German restaurant over on Avenue C, one block over, called Zoom's Schneider. It's like a German beer garden restaurant. Food was out of sight. I don't think they're there anymore. They weren't there last time I came through here. We're gonna walk over to Avenue C and I'm gonna get a coffee at my favorite coffee house, which is called 9th Street Espresso. I don't know if they're still around. I haven't been to that location in a while, so we'll see. But hopefully they're still there, because the coffee there was off the charts good. They make an Americano like I haven't been able to find anywhere else. So this bar here on my right, I've been in here. The bar is carousel shaped. I'm trying to remember the name of the place. Let's see if it's on the front. I've been in here maybe 5, 6 times. Oh yeah, 7B. 7B. The 7B bar, horseshoe bar. Yeah, I told you, it's like a half circle bar. But, I wasn't that crazy about it. I just didn't like the vibe. Yeah, so Alphabet City is still kind of stayed the way it is in many ways. Even though things have gotten expensive in this neighborhood, it's still very bohemian. There's new buildings everywhere, they're sprinkled around. Like there's one right there. That's new construction, probably very expensive. But there's a lot of the old that remains. It's weird though, it's very deserted in New York today. Usually, even this neighborhood, it's usually quite busy. Never seen it quite so quiet. That's kind of beautiful if you look at it. I don't know what it is. There's no signage. But these windows are really, really cool. Oh, it's starting to rain a little. It's starting to drizzle. If that happens, I have to put this plastic camera away. Yeah, what's a little frustrating about the DJ Osmo is when I pointed at something, the lens, because it's on a gimbal, wants to go in a different direction. And I know there's a joystick on here that I can correct the direction it's going in, but it's not very intuitive. Very, very quiet. This is the graffiti church. That's interesting. A church that serves graffiti. That's something new. Newer. Getting down to Avenue C. It's kind of a weird neighborhood.
It's like actually.
The further east you go, it gets a little sketchier. Avenue C, I think, is still fairly safe. It's still okay. Avenue D is not a good area to be on because it's mostly low-income housing and projects. So there tends to be a high crime area. It is freezing today. Another night I had to keep the heat on at my house. I couldn't sleep. It was so cold. Very, very annoying. It's almost June and it's like 45 degrees at night. After you. I notice in some of these restaurants, there's they'll have a security guard. I guess they have to. That's new, cocktail ding-a-ling. It's very cool. Most of these buildings were purchased by squatters for $1, the majority of them. And I'm seeing a lot of new construction. Like over there, there's that dry cleaner on the corner. That's a new building. Across the street, that's all new construction. We have the police station across the street, PS4, which they really need in this neighborhood. Approaching 9th Street. This is La Plaza Cultural Armanda. It's a park, and I actually took a photo with a 6x9. Let me see if I can back up so you can have a good view. I took a 6x9 photo of this park. I was standing right about here, because I'm gonna see if I can juxtapose the photo. Oh, it's gorgeous, isn't it?
What is gorgeous?
The park.
It's nice. But I personally don't like all these.
I remember about 20 years ago,
Yes.
they had it all going up and down. Now it's only over here. You know, it was a lot more.
My idea of a garden is not because for the garden.
Yeah, you'd rather have just.
Yes, I'm come from a place where
Yeah, I know. I got it. I get you. I understand.
Yeah.
It used to be
Just for a living, you have a thing.
not for a living, for fun.
That's good. That's good.
It used to be a lot worse.
Mm-hmm.
They cut it down. It used to go all up and down.
Yeah.
Now it's only here.
Yeah.
So I'm
A
imagining.
little trimming, a little something, inside. And
I know,
it's a
it's-
beautiful park. Sometimes I come in, and they have little programs like there was high sculpting one time I came by, so I sat down and listened and looked
It-
something.
It's getting a. I used to live on 14th in Stuytown.
Yeah.
I don't live in the area anymore.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so I'm just visiting today.
Oh, that's good.
But yeah, they used to.
I places I want to visit, so I'm going
Oh, you want to go to Hong Kong?
Eventually.
So I remember there's a park down there somewhere, or in one of the side streets, I saw chickens a long
saw
time ago.
chickens?
Yeah, a long time
Not
ago.
no chicken.
Somebody was keeping chickens down.
That's funny. It's a nice little park too.
Yeah.
I promise to go in one day.
How long are you living here?
I live I'm from another country, but I've lived in America for quite a while.
No, like in this neighborhood.
Yeah, I live up there.
How long have you been in the neighborhood? you stop
Quite
counting.
some
You stop counting.
Have a good one.
You too. Nice talking to you.
Take care.
So she was a nice lady. So yeah, what she was saying, she doesn't like all these ornate, well, not ornate, whatever they are, up on top of the fence. But it used to wrap all the way around the park, around the whole park. Now it's just over here. So they've cut it back. But it's an interesting park. I know people in there are growing vegetables and things like that. It's for the community. Free library. You can have a book if you want. So there it is, Public Art Awards, New York City Parks. And it says here, this is a community garden that's run in every aspect by volunteers like you. So it's a neighborhood garden. Probably.
I made that sign.
You made it? Oh, nice.
A lot of people think they're parks. They get confused.
So I remember like 20 years ago, all of this, you know, what's up here, all of this artwork wrapped all the way up.
Yeah, we got. I run a history museum over there. We got a new fence, and we asked him if he wanted to put it back up, and it was so much work. He just said, "I'll put it in."
Gotcha. Yeah,
It's called Trash Workshop.
that's what it was. I took a photo of it with film, an antique 6x9 camera. Gorgeous photo, if I might say.
Yeah.
So I wanted to see what it looked like now. If it was still here, if somebody put up a condo, who knows? You know, the way the neighborhood is going.
Yeah, this is run by volunteers and organized. But that's why I put that sign of a lot of new people. One time, I think I was putting up some Christmas lights.
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah, they're still here.
Oh, wow.
And I was able to tuck them inside some of the stuff.
Uh-huh.
So like the plastic ones would light up.
Wow.
Yeah, like it was pretty cool. Like I had them lit up at night.
I can imagine.
Yeah,
I can imagine.
But it was cool. Like when he had more of them, like, well, this one the light would shine down. This one the light would shine through the whole thing.
So you
this
don't.
one I put a light coming out.
You don't light it up anymore.
It's just a lot of work.
It's a lot of work. Yeah.
Yeah, everything I do is like.
That's out of pocket too.
Just crazy.
The
Yeah.
city's not paying any.
Yeah,
give
the
me any
city's
money.
costing me like millions of dollars over the years.
I believe it.
Just by making it harder for us to do stuff.
I believe it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember years ago. I don't know. Maybe it's my imagination. Because I used to live in Stuytown, so I was in this neighborhood almost daily. I remember walking down one of these streets. Somebody had chickens. I could have sworn I saw chickens, right?
Yeah, all the gardens had chickens.
They did. Oh, because the
Gardens
lady
had
was saying
animals.
no, there was no chickens. Okay.
Yeah, I'm about to open up the museum. You want to see it? It's right there. It's
Sure. If I can, I film in there.
Sure, yeah.
Oh, cool.
to learn the history. So all this stuff was started because of a financial crisis.
Uh huh.
And then people took back the neighborhood. They didn't want to wait for the city.
Right.
But when they rebuilt it in a community way, not a corporate way.
Right.
New York City is very corporate, very business.
Exactly.
So the people in this neighborhood wanted community gardens, community housing, biking, recycling.
Right. Right.
So that's what happened.
You know, I never.
Unfortunately, the city fought it to death, and that's why we have City Bank, City Bike. You get it?
Yeah. Yeah.
So they're trying to take something that's community and make it corporate.
Sure. Well, a lot of these brownstones people bought for $1, right? They were burnt out,
Yes,
and the
but they
deal
had to
was
fix them up themselves.
they had to fix them. Yeah.
Yeah, and this is a history museum called the Museum of Reclaimed Urban Space.
How long has this been here?
11 years,
Wow.
and it's about the history of the neighborhood, kind of inspiring people to take action
Uh huh.
instead of complaining. Just be the change you want to see.
Right. I saw a video on YouTube recently with Iggy Pop walking around this
Oh
neighborhood.
yeah, he used to live.
He used to live here. Yeah. Cool.
How did it go opening up? Did you ever get the video on?
Yeah.
And the light? Wow, that's cool. Good thing I was late.
There's some. I didn't catch her name. There's a volunteer downstairs. She said she was like,
Okay, cool. Awesome. So,
The Museum of Reclaimed Urban Space. And this is run solely on donations. Amazing. Look, they got the photos. The cops versus the people in the park. Yeah, very cool.
what we could do is two different things. We could try to build this into an email, but we could grab the Canva and make it an email.
So,
The spying exhibit. Look at the floor. That's pretty amazing. Yeah, amazing place. Thank you.
Okay, yeah, there's a downstairs too.
Can I go down?
Yeah. We're also archiving a lot of it. Yeah. So let's just do that.
Let's navigate these steps. Hello.
Hi.
How are you?
Doing well. How are you?
Good. Just doing a little video. Hey. Cool space. Let's hope that's not copyrighted.
One of the places in the city where people are really working together to create something positive and something.
Well, that was really interesting. I'm so glad he let me come in there.
Wow, good to see you. Enjoy your
Very, very cool place. All right, let's head over to 9th Street Espresso and see if they're still there even. So this place, this museum, this East Village Museum is only, I think he said 11 years old. Wasn't here back in the day. Pancho's Garden. What's blooming now? Place is full of gardens. Which is good. Not something you have in New York. Oh, and there it is. Good news. 9th Street Espresso is still there. It's still there. And that means I'm gonna go in and have a coffee. Well, I had an Americano and a scone. I sat there for like a half an hour. The place was packed. I was really tempted to, I wanted to turn the camera on, but it was just too many people in there. Everyone was going to get annoyed. So I didn't. But the Americano was off the chain. Good. So now I'm walking up East 9th Street, heading to Luster Photo to get some medium format film developed. I found this film in the drawer. I was cleaning out one of my drawers. That's better, arm's length. I was cleaning out one of my drawers and I found this film. I actually found 4 rolls of this and 1 roll of 35 millimeter film in the drawer. And it's like, it expired like 8 years ago. This is exposed film. Some black and white and some color. So I shot this film like 8, 9 years ago. I don't know. I don't remember how it got in there, but it's in there. And it's in there and I want to show you something. This is kind of cool. Let me turn the camera around. Little artist studio, I guess. That's very cool. Oh, there it is, Studio Jones. Very cool. Look at this. Even the pipe is decorated. That's nice. Anyway, I found the film, a bunch of this film in the drawer. So I'm bringing it to Luster Photo, and I'll pick it up in a week or two. And that's the dealio, my friends. All right, please like the video if you like it. My guess is if you watch this far, you probably like it. Please hit the like button. Please subscribe to the channel. It really helps me out. And the YouTube algorithms like to see, you know, likes and subscriptions and all that stuff. I don't make any money doing this. I actually enjoy it. But if nobody's watching, it's no fun. So I'm going to make more of these. I'm going to try to do a video like this, walkie-talkie in the East Village and the West Village, at least once a week. But I'm averaging 3 videos a week, except for last week. I wasn't able to because, let me turn the camera around. Last week I wasn't able to get in 3 videos. I only got 2 in because I had a colonoscopy and it was just a total nightmare. I'll never do that again. So I couldn't get in the 3rd video. My stomach was upset and the anxiety of the anticipation. But I am going to try to do 3 a week. At a minimum 2 a week. If I can't do 3, I'll do 2, but my goal is 3. All right, East 10th Street coming up. I can't talk. East 10th Street coming up. Tompkins Square. I'm heading over to Luster Photo to have some film developed, and it's going to be a wrap. So, jogger almost hit me in the arm. So, until next time, peace out.